honestly, how many times can you remove the same snowdrift in one winter? In the last video, you could see that drift from the roof. You see that shape, and then you go that way another like 80 feet, maybe closer to 100 feet. Because of this. And that. It just comes into this alleyway and drops. And then there's that. So there's a double stack row of 6-foot bales. So that's bordering on 10 feet deep. Yeah. I think we've had enough there, Mother Nature. I think we've had enough. Oh man. It's cold. So yeah, just in the time it takes to drive the loader tractor down here and park it fairly sheltered in the corner here, cycle back up to the farmyard, which is like an 1/8 of a mile, and then drive that down here. The hydraulics have already got stiff. Now the loader is just like, that's at full high, quick as it'll lift. Drops fine, and then lift. Yeah. Like it might be moving fairly decent speed for an old tired out loader, but it doesn't have any lifting power yet. I'm gonna keep cycling it for a while. Oh yeah, and here's the other little bit of news. We bought this tractor, the clock had went to 0. Help if I cleaned it. Yeah, we just passed 11,000 hours. So yeah, she's getting long in the tooth buys. So yeah, I'm gonna keep cycling it and then try and get the mixer wagon filled. Get the cows, get them the silage because it's supposed to snow tonight again. Shocker. Blinking cold. Oh, okay. Silage pit update. So the silage pit was back to just about there, but from there to, yeah, it's kind of hard to gauge this, to about here. From there was older silage, so 2020 crop silage. So we are officially past halfway in the old silage department. So the way that we gauge silage, so the silage pit is normally about 15 feet tall. So it's just a bit taller than the tractor. We make it so it's a good reach for the loader tractor. And it's 40 feet wide in the footprint. So it's like 50 feet across if you're sheeting it. So normally we would only be feeding silage from about the start of February to the big cows. We would be feeding silage to the calves and to the heifers, in-calf heifers, in the corrals, but the cows would normally be out grazing, but because the corn crop is so bad, they've been on silage since November. So yeah, we're through the silage a lot quicker than we normally would. So what we're doing is we are giving them 50% silage to 50% cover crop. And what this works out to be is 3 feet of silage lasts a week. So every cut we do is 3 feet in, and then as we pare away from it, by the time we get to the bottom, that's a week. So then you kind of multiply that by here, you kind of get an idea. There's about 2 to 2.5 months maybe of silage left. So April, we'll be starting to run out of silage, but we do have a fair bit of hay left kicking around, which we were making allowances for. But normally we would have more silage than this, but have a wee bit of a negotiation with crop insurance, because they didn't seem to think that we did as badly as we know we did. Still get a fair bit of marshmallows, but we're keeping those for the first calvers and second calvers, for the way their pens are set up. So they should be good for that. But yeah, that's the silage pit update. Back to you in the yard. Supper time check. Yeah, there's starting to be some wide loads. Hi, Ghosty. It's okay. Oh, there was Daisy May there. Hines. Dakota. It's hard to do this and drive at the same time. Oh, hi, Felicia. Oh, there's the 3,000-year-old cow. And there's Mama Flops, little 54, the broken ears. We always keep back any of the heifers that have broken ears, because they get dinged by the buyers. Oh, there's Squirty. Hi, Squirty. They always get dinged by the buyers, and they breed just as well as the other ones. There's Sheena. So yeah, it's kind of the farm of broken toys. There's the legend, Puddin'. Yeah, they do just as well. And like one of my favorite cow has no ears. Literally no ears whatsoever. It's called stumpers because she literally has a pair of stumps for ears. Oh, there's Stevie. So yeah, the boys are doing good. Oh, they're quite happy. They just got their new mineral tub, so they're going to beat belly goats on that. So they are on. Right now they're on 50% grass hay, 50% alfalfa hay. Once in a while I'll throw them a treat, and it's the weirdest thing is, you know what the treat is? What's their treat, Piper Dog? Their treat is highway hay. They love it. They absolutely love it. Yeah, they will walk away from alfalfa, brome meadow hay, and they will go to the highway hay. That's crazy. And there's those girls. Yeah, there's another one of our broken toys in there too. Leah, she has no ears whatsoever. Both of them are missing due to frostbite. There's two other ones in there that have like one half decent ear and then one completely missing ear. So there's three in there that have ears missing or completely missing. So yeah, it's odd looking. People come around, they go, "What's wrong with your cows?" Yeah. Anyway. Supper time! You ever want to know what a prairie storm looks like on the horizon? That's it. Yeah, it's to be here in 2 hours. Well, 2 to 3 hours. Yeah. Storm, snow, wind warning, all that good stuff. Yeah. And welcome back. So, probably people are getting a little bit tired of seeing me picking away at that shed out there. It's a big project, so that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it because I am just a one-man band here. Between getting the chores done and running for parts and things, and then getting done due to the weather. I have goes on the shelter whenever I can. But it is minus 35 this morning, minus 42 with the little bit of wind that there is out there. So I'm not in much of a rush to go out and sling any more of these sheets up there, because there's 2 more long sheets to go up, and then it's all the small stuff. The lumber arrived, so I can get the head caps on the roof. But like I said, it's rather cold, and I've got plenty to do. Update on the generator. So I was trying to find somewhere that I can just go ahead and order the board and the 2 capacitors that are in there, because that's pretty much all there is. So still, I've got somebody that thinks they might be able to find the parts, new old stock, or just put in a whole new top unit from a modern one. So that's where I'm at. I'm still waiting to hear back to see if they can even get that stuff. Today would be a really great day to do the injectors. But now that we're getting closer to calving season, I've realized that I'm 1 or 2 bale rings short for the plan. Once the 2-year-old heifers are shut in, they'll need a second bale ring, and the yearling heifers need a second bale ring because it's hard to keep up with them. So I do have 2 broken bale feeders. So that's what I'm up to today. In, out of the cold. So the top part is not a bad deal. There's 1 missing there, and then there's 3 missing here. That's easy fix. I have a whole bunch of parts. Steal from a couple of old bale rings that were just too far shot. Too far. Problem with this bale ring is the bottom side. We bought these bale feeders secondhand from another farm. Hey Mark Nesbitt, how's it going out west? Bye. So it already had a few years on it. Maybe Mark left it in the bedding too long and the bottom bar got a little rotten. Anyway, so gonna get the uprights in because that's the main important thing. I don't want to let this get too much further gibbled up in the bottom, because once the bottom goes out, the top's not far behind. So there's a couple of spots where it's just broken, and there's a couple of spots where it's just rotten right out of there, right out. So I have a section of one of the salvage rings, so I'm hoping that will let me find some good metal here and go around. What I really should do is find a metal shop that will just roll me a band, a whole new band, and then I can just put a whole new bottom section on. I might end up doing that. So this is where I need Straight Pipe Acres, because he went and bought one of them ring rollers. He could just knock me up 2 or 3 and I could just get at her. But like I said, as long as the spars, I can keep using it and then at some point get this repaired. But I need these in, and then I'll bring that one in and there's a couple of spars missing, but the top rail is broken. I think the bottom on that one's better than this one. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. So I'm gonna start firing these in here, and then I'll bring you back. So, as you can see, Yeah, you probably all just get seasick there. I don't even know where the hole, I think it's here. I think this was, yeah, there's 3 there. So, put the 3 in there. I think there's 1 over there that's replaced, and then there's 1 broken. So now, I'm going to put in this piece here to stabilize the biggest part that was broken. That part over there, I don't know if I have enough metal there just to get it going, just enough to get this out of here and into the pan so I can use it. I might do. Anyway, so yeah, this is where I'm at. The uprights are in, and then I'm just going to put a piece in here to stabilize this wall enough so we can use it. So, yeah. Nobody come to me for lessons on pigeon poop, because it just works. So, top side done, or should I say underside. It's fugly, but it's welded. There's a couple of little cracks and breaks, so I just cut and then pulled it back in line because it was starting to get all twangled. This one was another one where there was a section that was boogered. So just that side was bent down, so I welded it on there and then yanked it up this way until I could get enough overlap here to get the weld on. Like I said, it just has to hold together long enough to do a season of bale feeding. That's all I care about. So now I've got to turn it back over and then weld the top side, which is underside right now. And then I can boot it out because she's storming out there, guys. She's storming. Tractor needs to come in here for the night before it gets right cold. It's supposed to be minus 40 bazillion out there, so tractor needs to be in here. So I'll just flip this over, zap her up, and then kick her out. She's done. She's got a lower skirt. She's got all the bars back in the upper ring, and it's still round. And that's all I care about. So don't judge me. So that is recycling at its finest. I've had 1 or 2 old bale rings that have gone to make a new life for at least 6, if not 7 bale rings over the last season and this season, because I did a bunch last year. If you go back in the videos, you'll see that. So yeah, doesn't have to be pretty, just has to hold a bale. And the big key is, you don't leave them sit too long, so when you go to move them, you're like pulling them up out of frozen poop and then wrecking the whole bottom end. Or they sit buried in like really wet stuff. Hint, hint, Mark. Yeah, there's a crack through there. See, this is the issue. This is one of the bottom sections that I just cut out. She was gooned. She was gooned. So yeah, we'll call that a good one. And we'll bring you back in the next video. Subscribe, like, or don't like, whatever. It means the same thing to the algorithm. Teddy bye.